Well, you know things are bad here in the United States of America when other countries, specifically the country of France, globalist Emmanuel Macron makes it a point to warn the American people that the wokeness being pushed by our government and the Democratic Party is literally dividing and destroying our country. No joke. Now, I very rarely, if ever, agree with Emmanuel Macron, but on this particular thing, I think America needs to be warned. Now, before I get into the article, just a quick reminder, please don't forget to check out my partner at preparewithlisa.com. Right now, if you guys don't have food storage, I want to encourage you guys to get this because you never know what tomorrow holds. And right now, you can save up to $70 off of this 4-week food kit. And you can see some of what you get there. It's breakfast, lunch, and dinners. And this is something that I avidly believe in and literally prepare myself. And I have a lot of their food on hand for my family. So check it out at preparewithlisa.com. All right, let's get into what the French president and the French people are warning the Americans about. And here it is. This is on danbongino.com. French President Macron warns against woke ideology from the United States of America. Can I scream that from the top of my lungs? Because I have been warning the American people about this woke ideology that is literally leading us a million miles an hour into complete and utter communism. But what is Dan Bongino referencing here? He's actually referencing this New York Times article, and I am stoked that they're actually admitting it because they are the ones, one of many, shall I say, who are promoting and pushing this woke theology on the masses. But here it is, the NewYorkTimes.com. Will Americans' ideas tear France apart? That's what they're worried about. They're worried about the American wokeness ideology and progressivism going into France. And they should be, because it really is invading well outside of the United States of America, but some of its leaders think that that is the case. Politicians and prominent intellectuals say that social theories from the United States on race, on gender, and post-colonialism are a threat to French identity and the French Republic. Now, the article goes on a little bit, and this was written by this guy here, published very recently, as you can see, but it goes on to say, the threat is said to be existential. It fuels sensationalism, gnaws at national unity, abets Islamism, and attacks France's intellectual and cultural heritage. Pause. This is exactly what wokeness is doing here in the United States of America. It is attacking our intellectual and cultural heritage. Why do you think Antifa, BLM is constantly going after all our history? It doesn't matter if they had what they're claiming racist ties or not. Our history is being destroyed. Why is that? Because BLM's leaders are Marxist people. They've studied the Marxist ideology. They've admitted to that publicly. And that is exactly what happens in communist, Marxist kind of style countries. They get rid of history. But let's go on. The threat, quote, certain social science theories entirely imported from the United States, says President Emmanuel Macron. French politicians, high-profile intellectual, and journalists are warning that progressive American ideas, specifically on race, gender, and post-colonialism, are undermining their society. And I quote, there's a battle to wage against an intellectual matrix from American universities. And that's a warning for Mr. Macron's educational minister. And they go on, emboldened by these comments, prominent intellectuals have banded together against what they regard as contamination by the out of control woke leftism of American campuses and its attendant cancel culture. You want to know why so many things are going haywire in the United States of America? It's because of the cancel culture that's being pushed in our universities and even in our schools, our high schools, our elementary schools. It's out of control. And this is according to who I would label a globalist, but he's warning of out of control woke leftism. Now, let me just pause. Macron obviously probably has a different reason for bringing attention to this, right? But my reason is because We are losing our freedoms on a daily basis in the name of safety, in the name of security, in the name of being against racism or feeding the hungry, whatever title you want to give it, good as the title may be. They can use any reason to implement rules and regulations, any. And right now, it's this woke leftism, it's a hard word to say, leftism that is literally destroying our country. But what's happening over in France that Macron is worried about? Well, here's what it says here. Mass protest in France against police violence, kind of like what's happening in America, right? Inspired, they say, by the killing of George Floyd. Challenge the official dismissal of race and systematic racism. A hashtag Me Too generation of feminists has confronted both male power and older feminists. A widespread crackdown following a series of Islamist attacks raised questions about France's model of secularism and the integration of immigrants from its former colonies. In other words, Emmanuel Macron here is saying that some of the issues that are happening in America with racism, BLM, George Floyd, is happening now in France, right? So this is why I believe he's calling attention to some of the things that are going on. But this kind of cancel culture is literally destroying the very fabric of our society. Let me just give you 3 articles, recent articles, because I could go pull up maybe thousands of these, but let me just show you the most recent 3. Here we are. Dailymail.co.uk. This is kind of stuff that woke leftism does. High school teacher is ridiculed for claiming Bernie Sanders' mittens show white male privilege. The fact that they would even claim that is above and beyond me. I'm not a fan of Bernie Sanders, but really what? This is left turning on the left, right? But because women would never have gotten away with dressing down for the inauguration, how dare he? Here's another one here, RT News. Star Spangled Banner kneeling to wokeness. NBA's Dallas Maverick wants to cancel the national anthem before home games. What? You know, because all the kneeling that's going on to show how bad America is, this is part of cancel culture. And then here we have, you guys probably heard about this, but this is on foxnews.com. Mandalorian fans baffled after Gina Carano was fired, but Pedro Pascal wasn't. This is a clear hypocrisy by Lucasfilms. Now, what's happening here? And again, this is part of our woke culture. Basically, Gina Carano was fired because she put up this tweet, and I'm going to show you this tweet right here. And she says, Jews were beaten in the streets not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? And because of that, she was canceled, fired by Disney. You can't do this anymore, right? This is clear cancel culture. This is wokeness of the left. I mean, whether or not you agree with the way her comparison on it, she's not wrong in the fact that they're attacking a certain political view today, and I think that's the point. But left mob says, oh, you can't have that. And now we got people over in France and a literal somebody I would deem as a globalist. Mind you, his motives for revealing it might be different than our freedom motives, right? But either way, he's saying, and many people in France are warning the American people, this is going to divide and destroy your country. Isn't that exactly what's happening when we have companies like Twitter saying LifeSite News, you're banned. They just banned Project Veritas, not to mention the President of the United States, Michael Flynn, Sidney Powell, many other people. I mean, the list is like a mile long now, right? And there's somebody new every single day being banned or blocked from Facebook or Twitter, and it's conservatives and libertarians. That's who they're after, and Republicans. The left can do whatever they want. And I think that was very clear in the impeachment trial with all the videos Trump has been showing. And I am I'm pretty sure he's going to be acquitted today, found not guilty. But who knows what the next move to try to stop Trump from getting into office will be. You know, it's those next things that I'm fearful of as well. But anyhow, I wanted to bring this to your attention because I think it's absolutely critical. With that, I want to encourage you guys, please get on over to Restricted Republic. I've got so many videos there that you guys can check out, exclusive content that is exclusive to Restricted Republic, as you can see some of the videos here. And again, we don't know, because of cancel culture, they can cancel anyone they want at any time whenever they go in mass to get rid of them. So this is why our final place will be at Restricted Republic, so to speak. And of course, I'm on BitChute as well and Rumble, so make sure to get over there under Lisa Haven. But right now, we are still getting or having the special of $5 per month using the code TRUMP. So check it out at restrictedrepublic.com. Anyhow, I love all of you. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.